For centuries, the Nile River has nurtured millions of African lives, cultures, and ecosystems. It's the longest river in the world. It shaped the history and carved geography of 11 countries. Unfortunately, there is not one single grassroots association that unites the Nile countries. That's why we prototyped and created the Nile Journeys, inspired by the TDU and by our ancient wisdom, Ubuntu. We are committed to restoring our land. Ubuntu.Lab helped many African changemakers to move intention into action, tackling some of the challenges that confront the African continent, such as unemployment, poor health, inequality, environmental degradation.
So with deep gratitude to the Presencing Institute and this deeply meaningful method, Theory U, together with the Ubuntu.Lab Institute family, we have been able to prototype an idea around poverty into a thriving movement called the Movement in Africa. We are now in 11 villages across South Africa in the rural parts where there's 74% unemployment. The youth feel hopeless, the elders feel disconnected from the youth, and what once was the motherland where Mandela and all his stalwarts grew up is now has degraded lands. People travel far to go and get their food. So what the Movement in Africa is now doing in those 11 villages, we've created central learning hubs around agroecology farming practices, natural farming, together with entrepreneurship skills, how to get food to market, and most importantly, we're offering deep listening circles for the trauma. Africans suffer with not only multiple crisis disorder as systems, but also with historic layered traumas.
Never doubt that a small group of committed citizens can change the world. Here in Uganda, we have got an issue of integrity. So when my colleagues and I joined the Ubuntu.Lab Institute, it was so exciting because we had an opportunity to have sensing journeys and empathy walks with very important stakeholders. So what we have done is to come up with a theme around integrity for good citizenship, because corruption is endemic in Uganda. We started a prototype called Ubuntu Integrity Lab Limited. We are trying to address integrity issues by working with and through the existing structures, hoping the system will sense and see itself to change.
Ubuntu.Lab was born from a collective dream to co-create Africa's future. In 2016, a few of us Africans living in Europe were inspired by the Presencing Institute's global online program called ULab. ULab revealed that Africa's changemakers were missing in this global movement. Using my resources, I traveled to meet potential collaborators. I visited Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, South Africa, and Zambia. This trip culminated in the training of the first facilitators and launching of Cohort 1 in 2018.
Since the first meetings to this day, Ubuntu.Lab Institute's journey has impacted directly over 200 facilitators and over 580 changemakers in Africa and the diaspora, with 3 facilitators training programs, 5 cohorts, 16 masterclasses, and a number of ad hoc special interest Ubuntu cafes.
The Africans are the oldest human beings on earth. If that is so, if we accept that to be true, then it has political, economic, and social consequences. It means that we as Africans have an obligation to teach other people how to be human. This is how Ubuntu comes in.
When we hear the word Ubuntu, it is usually translated as I am because we are, or I am because you are. But, if we could expand that, to be that I am because it is, because she is, because the water is, because the rivers are, because the trees are, I am because all that is, I think it would allow us to activate that ability to consciously recreate the future we'd like to be a part of and see.
During the worst days of COVID, back in 2020 and 2021, Ubuntu.Lab kept its commitment to keeping Africans rising stronger together. The Digital Circles platform became our Ubuntu virtual learning campus.
The Digital Circles platform is a gift to Ubuntu.Lab from Rolf Schneider of Digital Circles in Switzerland. Not only does this platform enable digital online classrooms, it also enables us to meet one-on-one. It enables us to record our individual private learning. It enables us to meet in groups around prototypes and to have discussions. And a key factor is that all that is maintained within the resources of this virtual campus.
In 2021, we had new partners come on board. We had Kepler Horizon, so they helped us to review our strategy, and we are at the point where we are crafting this into one document. Then we had Common Land. Can you imagine working on the soil? Life begins from the soil and ends with the soil. And we are looking forward to developing this partnership further. We are very excited to be working with one of our oldest partners, YMCA Africa Alliance. We'll be rolling out the Ubuntu Power Space. We'll be reaching 3 million young people on the continent.
In addition to that busy 2021 time, we also developed our website, branding and logo, which has a special meaning.
The red dots represent all of us connected equally in circle. The blue half-crescent moons represent our arms holding onto one another in our sacred circle of trust and support. The brown represents our extended family, including the Presencing Institute, supporting us like earth holds seeds. The yellow rings represent the sun's warmth from the global community. And the blue in the center represents pure water that feeds us from the source. The yellow in the center represents fire that keeps us warm and alive. And lastly, holding this system all together is the gentle green holding color of Mother Earth and our ancestors who guide us through this time of rising stronger